Hello, good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful day, but today I'm really looking at such a very sad story. But I wanted to pick up one lesson from that interview so that we can all learn one or two things. So, Zoleka Mandela had such an emotional interview, regarding her last days. She was diagnosed with cancer years back, and there was a time that they said cancer was out of her body and she was really having a good time in her life. And now cancer is back again, and she's been given a time to live.
Probably will sound strange, but I think I'm blessed enough or fortunate enough to be in a position where I'm in my planning stages. I'm having conversations with my loved ones and my lawyer and my therapist and my siblings about, so what happens in the days leading to my passing? What happens after I pass away? With the sibling therapy, and it's a piece of paper I've actually never seen or even thought of. So it's very much like a will, but it's called a personal care plan. And that, for instance, asks questions like, what happens to the book? What happens to the kids? What message is going to be relayed to media or people outside of the family? What happens to memorabilia or like heirlooms and things like that. So that's where I am right now. Yeah. I'm in my planning phase.
I imagine being in a planning phase, that there are days when you feel quite empowered to be in the planning phase, to kind of build this thing.
Yeah, and to be involved in the decisions that are going to affect me and especially my kids.
And then there are days when it's not that easy.
Yeah.
That you are having a planning phase.
Sure. It's not. But I try. I think I'm very honest with how it is that I'm feeling. If today's not a good day, it's not a good day, and that's fine. There's therapy for that. I have reinforcements, but I know that tomorrow is another day to kind of do whatever it is that I need to do. But I've learned to really just be okay with my eventuality, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm learning to be okay with living despite an expected death. So I'm also just continuously I'm always evaluating various facets of my life, like my relationships, my priorities, my goals, and things like that. And I think that's empowering for me too, because again, I think I've been put in a place where I'm able to actually have a say in the things that I want to happen, especially with my children, being a single parent and a parent that's the only parent that literally looks after all my children. And also I would never want to burden my siblings and my friends with having to worry about whether they've honored me in a certain way or that kind of thing. So 2 days ago, the night before, I didn't sleep. I was crying the whole night. Okay, I'm in pain constantly, so it's also just so exhausting, and it's just I'm in pain. I'm having quite a bad day. And I get to the mall, and for some reason I decided to go to a different mall. Anyway, to cut a long story short, there's a lady that approaches me, and now I'm probably the only person that still wears a mask in 2023. But she sees me through my mask. I'm scared of COVID. But anyway, so she sees me through my mask, and she's like, "Oh, Zo, it's you, blah blah blah." And she's like, I'm not into social media. You can see with my age and Gogili, I'm old, that kind of thing. But my brother's going through the exact same thing you're going through. And I want you to know that you're the reason I have strength for my brother and the reason why I still have hope. And I was just asking God these questions the other day, what? I don't even know what you're doing with me anymore. What are we doing? What is this for? Because I'm battling to understand, because for me, it's the kids. It's my kids.
Do you sometimes feel like God or whoever you speak to responds? In other words,
They do.
You sometimes get the answers and and as in understand the answers, and then sometimes,
yeah, I do. There's that, and but I'm also living. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I've got a bucket list of things that I want to do. I've always wanted to do. I know my perspective of life has changed now with the diagnosis, and also my perception of time. I've become very impatient with things that take too long. Like I don't have time. Let's kind of like, let's wrap things up. Let's do what we're supposed to do, or move on and that kind of thing. But I'm in a good space, and the thing is, the diagnosis came at a time where I was in an incredibly great space. I'm looking after my kids. I'm taking care of my kids, which is something I wasn't able to do. Being an addict for so long. I robbed my oldest daughter, who would have been 25 this year, of my mother. Because I chose the drugs and the alcohol and the sex, over being a mom. So I was never a present mom or hands-on mother. And that's something I take with pride. And so, yeah.
Have you forgiven yourself?
No.
How are your children coping?
My kids are good. My kids are happy. They're in a good space. I just had a meeting with one of my daughter's teachers today. It's that time of the year, parent-teacher meetings. And my kids are thriving, they're doing so well at school. They're happy kids. And I get that, from just anyone that kind of encounters them. So, they're good. And I just would want the best for them. I just don't know how. I don't know how my health is going to, or the deterioration of it, would affect them.
So there is you in a planning phase, and sometimes the planning phase is very technical. It's very you deal with things.
Yeah.
But do you think, and I'm sure you do think a lot about, what are you truly living in? What the things, not the the stuff that will be for everlasting.
Yeah, for sure. I guess, for instance, my book, my story, and my story being told in my own narrative. I'm also at a stage where I'm capturing everything, I'm recording things, I'm having conversations with myself, but with the hopes that they will have, these recordings where I'm talking about, my life and, how I grew up, or why is it the way that I am, the way that I am, or, just so they also just never forget me. They never forget me. And I've been very grateful. With the YouTube channel, it's just such an amazing opportunity, because also, it's a vehicle for me to be able to also share with the world, kind of my day-to-day struggles, my trials, but my tribulations as well. And really just kind of, I think what my goal is to kind of debunk a lot of myths when it comes to things like cancer, things like addiction, having beaten addiction. I actually celebrate 13 years this August, and so I want to do that. But I also want to remind people that, despite everything else, I'm living.
To live. What an emotional interview. When I listened to an interview, there's something that really stood out for me personally, that I thought it's so important for me to have to say something, or to give a word of counsel to my brothers and my sisters. She said in the interview that she wasted her days while pursuing sex, alcohol, and drugs. You know that most of the times we've spoken about drug addiction and all, right? But it's a topic of another day. Let's focus on the statement that she said. I wasted my days pursuing sex, drugs, and alcohol. Now, the question I have for you, my brothers and sisters, how many of you are pursuing the same today at the expense of your future? Sex, drugs, and alcohol. How many of you that are sleeping with every woman that you meet? I'll tell you, I'm a woman, right? Yes, I've met men. One of the reasons why I struggle to actually find a man who is serious is because all of them, when I meet with them, the intention is just want to take me to bed. That shows you how broken our community and our societies are. He doesn't want nothing except to have sex with you. You have no potential to either be his wife, but he just wants to sleep with you. So Zoleka said I was pursuing the same for many years at the expense of spending time with my children. And when she decided that no, she wants to really spend time with her kids, boom, the monster called cancer came back. And now she's got few, I don't know, months, I don't know years, I don't know days, I don't know, to live. And she says she's running out of time. Prayers up for Zoleka Mandela. But I really want to speak to my family, you, under the sound of my voice. I just hope you're not wasting your life. I hope the decisions you're making today have a positive impact in your future. I hope you won't live with regrets, because I'm seeing how young men and women are pursuing sex and alcohol. They have become God. You know, it's sad, very sad. I hope that you guys understand that there is always a season for everything, right? It's a prime time where you are crazy about everything. Also, on the other side, media is always telling you, no, if you don't have sex, you won't feel okay. If that was the case, I think I would be dead by now. I swear I would be dead. If sex was the only thing that I need to live, I would be dead. But it's a lie of the devil, pushing you on the edge so that you waste your days, so that you waste your life. Right? We're just helping each other. I don't have all the answers, but I've seen a lot of men and women suffering. I know that some of you may say, no, but there's always measures. Now we've got tablets now. Even if I get HIV, I can always... I've heard a lot of you say that. Listen to me, guys. It's not only about the tablets. There are so many factors that needs to be considered. One of them is, are you going to have support in your life after you diagnose? Because some people don't have support. Not everyone survive. Some, they die in the process. We're teaching you principles that govern life that will help you to be better. You don't just do things because everyone is doing it. You have to sit down and ask yourself questions. Should this happen, where will I be? Can I be able to do this? What can I do? I know that we don't have the answers, but sometimes that's why this prevention is better than cure. We can try as much as we can, but at the end of the day, God does everything. But we can't be reckless in the name of, no, but we are not in control. No, we were given the power of will to make decisions. All I'm saying is, if you're a man or woman, don't waste your life going after strange women or going after strange men. Spend time with your loved ones. Spend time with your children. Build a future with your kids. Women will come and go. Men will come and go. But your kids are your future. Be intentional about the decisions that you make in life. Every successful family are intentional about their decisions. You can do the same. Nothing comes on a silver platter. There's no luck in life. Sometimes it takes steps, the right strides to a better future. All the best, my people. I love you all and God bless you. Bye for now.